Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Soulstones 2. Today we are inside of Pisces Village. Last episode we got ourselves our stupid little whirlpool gloves on. We made our way through the little whirlpools, paddling our hands as fast as we could, and we have made our way to Pisces Village where we have some side quests to go ahead and do. So let's start things off with whatever side quest we are doing today, which is going to be this guy. Mr. Miyagi, greetings young one. My name is Nariyoshi Miyagi. I am the proprietor of this dojo. I am challenging anyone to test their combat prowess by fighting some of my strongest disciples in this dojo. Okay, alright, I like battling. Good, gimme, yeah. They are dedicated martial artists that I've had the pleasure of training. Anyone that is able to best them in a fight, I shall reward them with a token of their victory. Oh? However, I'm not holding my breath on anyone being able to defeat some of my strongest disciples. Nonetheless, if you wish to take on my wager, I shan't stop you. Do you wish to fight my disciplines? Disciples. Interesting typo. And test your skill. Or is it a typo? Maybe I actually have to fight his disciplines, who knows? We'll fight them. Ah, a challenger at last. I must say, I will be quite interested to see how you fare. If you want to fight my disciples, oh, we're back to the disciples again. Visit them throughout this dojo. There are 7. Okay, all right, that's manageable. Throughout this dojo, most will be training in the rings themselves, but a handful of them might be taking a rest at the punching bags. Talk to everyone, got it. If you're victorious, come see me at the conclusion of your gauntlet, and I shall reward you with a battle. I'm not expecting you to be successful, though. I'm curious to see if this is going to be like an actually challenging thing or not. We'll see. Let's start over here by the punching bag. My Mariel's getting a bit nervous around all these punching bags. Oh, it is the punching bag Pokemon, so it can take a beating, but count on it to return it back. Hi, little wannabe Wobbuffet. Oh, I love the fact that you can hear the cries out of battle. I really do. This is just one match of many. Many of the martial artists in here come here to practice their skill and train. Visit the rest of the dojo. Perhaps there will be trainers in here that want to battle you. But what if... Oh my god, what the hell is this? Whomst? Is that Machamp? Machamp and Conkeldurr? Fighting types? Yeah, Conkeldurr. You're sure to win, just need to stay focused. Hey yo, move! This fight is gonna get intense! No. I'm actually just like the 5-year-old that's told, don't do that, so I go and do it. I still have that mentality, it's an actual problem. Come on, Machamp, you can do it! I'm cheering on my sister's Machamp! Honestly, I'm cheering on Conkeldurr, to be honest. Be careful not to get too close to the arena. I stood straight in the center and it was fine, okay? I was like doing moves like I was in the Matrix, you know, bending my back backwards. It was great. The martial artists fights can get intense. Ah, it's fine. Watching these martial artists competitions is always a joy. Dog. Important? It sounds so ordinary. This is just a dog. It's important to eat well as exercise regularly to stay fit. Explain to me why there's just a regular dog park. This is just so ordinary. Nothing in the bin. I'm watching the martial artists practice their techniques. Okay. Let's interact with some people in the actual rings, I suppose. Disciple, I am training for my next competition. But if you've been sent by Master Miyagi, then I will cease my training to fight you. How tough are their teams? Why is there a chance that I won't win? 2 Pokemon? This seems fine. Monferno? That seems fine. Electric type Monferno. I'm leading with something terrible for this. Do we think we can live a hit from a move and maybe try and get a checkmate off so that we can get a special attack boost? Monferno's not fully evolved. I think we live 1. I'm going for a checkmate. Oh, we live 1 easily. That only does half. We get paralyzed though, unfortunately. Checkmate, though. Does KO. Nice. We did crit. I don't know if that was necessary. Monferno's not exactly bulky by any means. We get our special attack boost. Very nice. The paralysis kind of sucks, but we might just outspeed Quick Spell. Yeah. Goodbye. We got our massive special attack boost, so get on out of here. Such a good move, you know. Special Fell Stinger, basically. But, I mean, the typing is just more useful. And it's on better Pokemon. May the Master forgive me for my incompetence. Well, that was very easy and relaxing. I truly don't think we need to worry too much. I'm gonna also remember to activate the little speed up so that we're on tier 2 speed, I believe. Just gonna go into the next one. Move Pipsqueak, I'm training here. What's this? A challenger sent by the master? That's me, random challenger here with my psychic type Pokemon. The last guy had 2 fighting types. There's Gerda, which is a fighting type. It does have the grass typing. We might outspeed by default. I'm gonna assume we outspeed and I'm gonna checkmate. This is a terrible idea. Duocean's so slow. I'm going for checkmate. Mossy Punch with it. Yeah, okay. And the crit, just to be rude. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go to Gongoozler because, I mean, it's a grass type. And these are the types that I'm actually familiar with. Could I have set up Toxic Spikes on the Pokemon that we had resistances to both of the stab? Maybe. That would have probably been a good idea, but I didn't, so we're just going to Corviknight again. That's still fine damage, you know? It's still a 2-hit KO. They're not using teams full of 6. We don't need to rely on the silly stuff that we were doing with our shenanigans of Toxic Spikes. We can just click Corrode and we win. Wow, that's crazy, actually. Gongoozler does not care. Why train in this dojo and use all of these fighting types when you can just find the sewer monster? It's actually just better. I assume none of these are going to be at all. Apparently, if someone is able to beat Mr. Miyagi's disciples, he will reward you with a coveted Pokemon. Oh, now I'm motivated. Okay. Alright. You're just there to water the plants. Understandable. I had to click on 1 to see if the plants would come alive. I'm bullied in school, so I'm working out in this dojo so I can get tough and stand up to my bullies. I respect that. You know what? Good. Good. You do that. I'm known for my ability to close the distance in a fight. Get over here. Oh, okay. Alright. Grap locked. Machoke. Okay. We don't really do much to Machoke. Also, we are a little bit screwed by the fact that we only have 16 HP because I haven't healed up. But we could probably go to Luminance and be fine. Deadly Reach. Hits twice because Parental Bond, because of its, you know, JoJo stand. And I'm just going to Giga Drain. Yep, that's what Luminance does. Did I see that that was my last Giga Drain? That might be a bit of a problem. Steenie comes in. I can't Giga Drain. We're out of Giga Drains. I am forced to Purge, meaning we may as well Grass Whistle to boost Purge damage. At least it's accurate, I suppose. And we can Purge. It doesn't KO. I just want my Signal Beam back. I should really check through my TMs again. It's been a while. I'm sure that I would have put Signal Beam back on before I took the break. Pollen Puff? Hold on. Oh, it's special. Fires an exploding Pollen Puff at enemies or a HP restoring one at allies. Do I want Pollen Puff over Leech Seed? I'm keeping Grass Whistle, 1 for catching new Pokemon, 2 just because it's actually accurate in this game, so it's worth having. Do I care more about Bug-type coverage? Bug being slightly buffed in this game, because I believe it was good against Sound. Is that right? I feel like I have this somewhere on like a notepad over on the side. Sound is strong against Bug, not the other way around. Okay. In that case, I'm going to hold on to Leech Seed in case I ever want to decide to stall something, or in case we get better coverage. I don't think Bug is the coverage that I really want. This could be a mistake. It obviously fits the Pokemon. You know, we are essentially a big Pollen Buff, looking at that back sprite. But I'm not going to learn it. Maybe a mistake. Maybe a mistake. We'll see. For now, though, I do honestly have a bit of a problem, and that is I kind of want to go heal because we're out of Giga Drain on Luminance, who is very, very good. So where on earth is the Pokemon Center? Here we go. There is a Pokemon Center on this island. I was kind of looking for it before. Oh, right, the Stalker. Professor Elizabeth, you're here again. And why not? Orion region is a large, open region. I come to places that I find interesting for my studies. While I have your attention, I should tell you about the Tutor.net app on your Pokegear. Are you familiar? Yeah, kinda. Oh, wonderful, then I won't bore you with the details. I'll leave you to continue on your adventure. Toodaloo. Yeah, it's TMs. I get it. We heal up? I'm curious about that Luminion. Psychic type Luminion? I clicked on it like it was going to say, hi, I'm a Psychic type Luminion. Hi. What? I'm getting pretty flustered by that guy over there. I mean, just look at his abs. I'm getting some nasty looks from people because I'm in the Pokemon Center without a shirt on. What do you want me to do, man? I'm covered in wet sand after being out on the beach. I mean, hey, own it, I guess. Let's go ahead and finish up whatever building we were in. I could remember where we were. We were here? We were here? This is the place. Okay. And we were on the second floor. Let's get back to these disciples. They did say that some of them were by the punching bags. Oh, hey, okay. Well, case in point, one by the punching bags, exactly as I said it. Melina sends out Umbreon. Hello, fighting type Umbreon. I'm a little bit intrigued. I doubt we're gonna have the damage to KO an Umbreon from full health with a checkmate. Maybe if we were a Reuniclus, then maybe, but not as a Duotion. I'm just gonna Psyshock. Noble Roar, hyper effective even. But Psyshock does KO. Nice. Beware comes out. It's probably not worth it's not worth swapping. We're just gonna go for a quick spell, I guess. Get some chip damage in. That is fine, and then we can just go ahead and go to... I guess we should bring in Comet. It is falling behind in level, and we have Signal Beam, which should be super effective. Yeah. Not enough to KO. It's fine. Fine, it also doesn't KO us. The wear is kind of strong. I'm surprised that didn't hit harder, but... Accept. Master will be disappointed in me. So sad. Quite impressed by the caliber of these martial artists. I don't feel the same. I'm not super impressed right now. I am going to go back to leading with Comet, and I'm going to put our Luxxra in second because they are the lowest level, and I would like them to gain some good old XP. I'm focused on my training. And you've interrupted my concentration. Prepare to fight. I'm prepared. Also, as a note, while I talk slightly off topic, while I try to figure out what move is actually effective here, Twin Stars will be fine. Oof, never mind, we're probably gonna get bonked. I've been going through my YouTube recommended, kind of getting an idea of what's a little bit more popular in terms of Pokemon content nowadays, and seeing what kind of videos are doing better. And to be honest, playthroughs are my favorite way of playing through Pokemon games, is just sitting down for half an hour at a time and playing through a Pokemon game. However, I am very aware that more and more videos that seem to be doing well are like the whole game in one big video. I've seen a lot of content like that lately, and I'm interested in trying it. It doesn't mean that playthroughs will stop, so to say, okay? I still want to do them. They're not, you know, gonna just disappear. But I am interested in maybe doing a Pokemon challenge run and trying to edit it down in that kind of style. I don't think I'll be good at it at first, is my main concern. But I'm getting interested in the idea of trying something like that, just to see how it does. I'm very mixed opinions on it, because it would be so much more time without an upload. Right, it really would. I would have to spend way more time on a video like that, because I'd have to play through the entire game and then edit it all while trying to remember everything that I played, and I don't have super long periods of time to sit down and play through the whole thing in one sitting, so it would all be fresh in my mind, which is also a concern of mine. But I have been looking at the idea of trying to do a challenge run of some sort in the background while I do some games like Soulstones 2 and Elite Redux that are going to be pretty long playthroughs, and they're going to be pretty consistently being uploaded for a while. Other than when Night Rain comes out on, you know, May 30th, then I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain for 2 weeks and no one will stop me because Elden Ring is, you know, my favorite game basically, other than Pokemon Emerald. So I will be doing that for sure, as a side note. But I am interested in the idea of messing around with... Wow, this is a terrible lead. We do nothing to you, but at least we have Luminance. I'm interested in messing around with the idea of trying to do a very long, big fat playthrough, one video kind of thing. Maybe it could be split into two. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still toying with the idea of it. I'm interested in knowing if other people that are watching this right now like that kind of content. And also, if that kind of content is not something you like, is also, you know, it's an important input. I do want to know, because at the end of the day, I could try it, right? There's nothing stopping me from trying something like that. I would like to know. All of those years of training undone in a matter of moments. That was the last of Mr. Miyagi's disciples he challenged you to beat. You may return to him at the entrance of the Pisces Dojo for your reward. Oh, hello. You're the guy from, Heatran area. Wow. Yep. Mount... I don't know why I want to say Mount Oberon. That is not the volcano, is it? I don't remember the volcano that he's in. I just remember him as, hey, it's the guy that's near Heatran, in Gen 4. Mr. Miyagi has me waxing the floors for some reason. I don't know what this has to do with training to become a martial artist. Wax on, wax off, he says. Wait, you're not an important character with that sprite? That's wild. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. There have been, like, a lot of sprites used. It's really not that unusual at all, but still, I'm surprised. Do we have to battle you as well to get this special Pokemon? Or are you just gonna give me a Pokemon? We're back. How goes your gauntlet? You beat them all? Impossible. My finest disciples, bested by ordinary chaff. Rude. Okay, alright. Calm down. I'm ashamed for both myself, my disciples, and my dojo. Take this Pokemon as your reward and be gone. Rogue. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the ordinary Pokemon. Pokemon is said to be the alter ego and secret identity of a famous superhero. You're done. You're making your return again for another playthrough. Congrats. We also get some money and complete our quest. I'd appreciate if you were to keep word of your victory quiet. Bragging about your conquest will be bad for my dojo's business. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know. When I become the champion one day or whatever, and I say, hey, I was in that dojo at one point, and it helped me become as good as I got today because I battled in this dojo, I'd probably do well for business. Think about the long haul, my guy. This is just a Vileplume. As I kick into it repeatedly for some reason. What buildings have we not been in? We did most of these buildings already? I don't think we've been in here. I've come to this island to train at the local dojo. I hear there are many well-established martial arts champions who will test your strength. Debatable. This is a Morlull, right? It's just like sideways. Weird Pokemon. Defog becomes particularly helpful in long, drawn-out battles, particularly when there are certain field effects in play to impair your team's effectiveness. That is true. That is what they do. Hello? No. I will not. We saw the Pokemon Center, meaning this is, you know, the side of the island. The brother's so annoying, I was decorating my Nosepass statue. Right, I remember reading that as well. Wait, I spoke to these, and I didn't move over to this Pokemon Center? That's crazy. My Meditite and I love to train on the beach. Okay. Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. I'm looking for the Pisces Dojo. Yep, Northwest. Go ahead. Go bully them. I just beat them, actually, lady. You should, If I go to the dojo, is she there? Is there ever, like, an actual reward, or is this just, like, good person points? Does she actually end up in here? Is there a reward that I can claim when I do some stuff like this? Not you. I don't think there's a reward. I think it is just, you know, fake points, essentially. The woman is not in here. She got lost. She's lost somewhere else now. I tried to give her simple instructions, hey, it's to the northwest, and she's probably trapped underneath a Nosepass statue by now. Underneath a Nosepass. Is there anything new that we can get in this map? Balls. Potions. We already have full heals. We could get ultra repels, although the hyper repels are fine, honestly. I'll get a couple more just in case we want to use them, but I mean, that's fine. We have some elixirs. Being able to buy elixirs, by the way, so nice. Such a nice thing. Why isn't that in normal Pokemon's, in the normal Pokemon games? Why don't they sell elixirs? It's so strange. Yeah, and I think we've spoken to everyone else, meaning I guess we're good to start making our way onto Route 8B. Do we have Mantines out here? First and foremost is what I am most curious about. We do have Mantines out here. That would be huge. Okay, I can see the map. We are on the route where they were apparently visible. Route 8A, it just says Route 8A on both of these parts, but it was only the second part of the route that was flashing when we looked at Mantine in the Pokedex. This is Route 8B. This says Indy's Beach. So the beach might have Mantines. I don't know about Route 8B as such, but the beach looks promising. I'm still wondering if on Route 8A it was flashing like that on the second half of the route to indicate that it's a dive spot encounter. We will see. We will see. I want to put Luxxra in front because Luxxra is slowly falling behind in levels, and that makes me sad. I also want to put Wellesley more in front because, to be honest, this can still evolve. We should try and get a Corviknight. That is something that we should try and do. Maybe we should just lead with Wellesley. It's a water-type route. Let's see if we can get a Corviknight today. That seems like a good idea. And also, let's check the Dex nav. What am I doing? Dex nav. Encounters. There we go. Ugh, brain. No Mantine. These are all looking pretty similar. Surf, those are all looking pretty similar. I don't see a Mantine. Old Rod encounters, Mantike. Also, notably, no Remoraid. And I assume that Mantike evolves the same way, because I think that was what was said before. So we do have no easy way of getting a Mantine just yet, I suppose, which is a shame. I'm just letting that woman swim around to me as she trains for her swimming contest or whatever she's doing. She's going for it. May as well fake out damage. Don't have enough focus. Good. We can Proton Crash. Give me my speed boost. I want to go fast. Okay, I want to go fast. That's some good XP, actually. That's some very good XP. Mantine comes out. Mantine's a bit of a problem. But I mean, I'm actually going to swap. And the reason I'm going to swap is I don't want my Pokemon to get bopped and not evolve. I don't remember if that was a thing in this game or not. But I don't want it to happen regardless. So I'm just going to go for the Noble Roar because it's super effective on water. Damage isn't great. I guess we are heading out on the physical side, which is dumb. Maybe Dragon Claw would be smarter. Damage is honestly pretty similar. I guess it doesn't really matter in that case. We'll just Dragon Claw. I miss Pokemon Elite Redux. Oh, the first turn Snap Out though. Okay, all right, there we go. There we go. Nice. Draxus wants to learn Naga Skin. Yes? Gets its skin to heal itself for half of its max HP. Really? Recover? On a Luxxra? I don't really think we're bulky enough to use that super well. Although I guess if we, you know, oh, Noble Roar is physical. I should have kept using Noble Roar in that case. Noble Roar I want for coverage. It does kind of combo with Naga Skin in a way. Because if we lower their attack enough and then start recovering, we can get into a nice loop of lowering their attack and healing up. It's also 10 PP, which is respectable. It's not like Moonlight's 5, so we can really make use of that. It's just, would we rather have Parting Shot to lower something as a U-turn, essentially? And make things safer for like an easy swap-in that maybe deals with something better? Or do we want to try and turn Luxray into something that it's not, which is a bulky Pokemon? I think I'm going to stick with Parting Shot. I don't think Luxray is a Pokemon that Recover really works for. I'm not learning Naga Skin. It's definitely interesting, though. I will give it that. It is very interesting. I mean, looking at that damage that Hippopotas did, it actually was pretty pathetic damage against us, but we're not that tanky, right? I'm gonna recheck just to make sure I'm not crazy, but yeah, we're a fast physical attacker. Let's be real. Let's not try and make Luxxra into something that it isn't. It's not a bulky Pokemon that utilizes Recover. There's Sand Island's little chef hat. Look at this little guy. I kind of love him. And another side quest. Ahoy, mate. I need your assistance. Some whirlpools recently formed on this route. I have no idea how. It's okay. I've got the paddling gloves. This route isn't known for having whirlpools. I'm hearing that whirlpools cropped up throughout Route 8 and Route 8B for a brief moment. That brief moment was enough to destroy my sailing boat. I was transporting some goods from Pisces Village to Indy's Village. I had to abandon ship when the whirlpools formed. Hoping to recover as much of it as possible, sharp currents in the water also probably went and caused most of my goods to be strewn about the route. Can you help me recover them? Yeah. I'm not expecting a lot of it to be recoverable, but maybe if you could search 6 piles of debris. Wow, you... Interesting that you know exactly how many piles of debris you want me to find. Okay. Across the route and salvage what you can, I'd be eternally grateful. There might be some Pokemon that have started helping themselves to whatever remains of the goods, but there might still be something that's recoverable. Okay. Alright. The rocks in the whirlpools likely prevented the debris from flowing too far away from the whirlpool that I steered into. We will keep an eye out. We will keep an eye out. Also, items. As we've seen what Pokemon are on this route, basically, I mean, I also kind of want to get a Corviknight. I'll keep encountering wild Pokemon for a second just to get the XP that we need. This is one. You attempt to salvage some of Captain Whitebeard's ship debris, but they're ambushed by Tentacle in the water. How many? One battle? Do I care about this Tentacle? I don't think so. It's Cosmic. We have so many good Cosmic types. I don't need a Cosmic Pokemon. I don't. Tentacruel could be the coolest Cosmic type, but let's be real, I'm not taking Starmie off the team. I'm not. But that's one. Hey, you, battle me. I want my Corviknight, which is 34 usually, I think. So we might get it off this battle. We'll fake out, obviously, for a little bit of damage. We will go for our Proton Crash, which is enough damage to KO. Very nice. Do we get a speed boost? No, but we do get level 34, which is very interesting. I'm going to swap for Gongoozler because grass, and we'll see if we get Corviknight after this battle. I kind of hope so. I'm excited to see what Corviknight looks like. We go for a big fat Corrode. Gongoozler might also get 34. Nope, not quite. Kill a Cobra. Just gonna keep clicking Corrode. Color change. That's fine, buddy. You're doing fine. Yep. You just Corrode. Start speeding, even paralyzed. Very nice. No Corviknight. Okay. Looks like we're waiting a little bit longer. I thought 34 was its evolution level. Maybe it's 35. It's somewhere around there. Do we want Dragon-type Gibble? Honestly, yeah, kinda. I'm going to Nuzzle. I'm going to throw a Super Ball. Just because Gibble usually is very good. But also, Gibble is very popular. Garchomp is very popular. So I feel like every single ROM hack always makes Garchomp good. I don't remember any that make Garchomp bad. Just because it's such a popular Pokemon, I feel like people would actually get angry if you were ever to make Garchomp like an outright bad Pokemon. As for your nickname, you are Glubopus. I hate that. I hate that. I hate this name, but it's Glubopus. That's his name. Show me Glubopus. That sounds bad. Bold nature, probably not what we want, huh? Yeah, not what we want. Fast physical attacker on this, obviously, with Intimidate. Has Naga Skin, just like Luxray, but I would say that Garchomp probably gets bulkier than Luxray does. Breaking Swipe as well, kind of similar to what I was suggesting we would do with the Luxray with Noble Roar. Actually, very, very similar. Kind of interesting, that actually. You're going to a box for now, though. I like my team. Ball. Get ourselves a revive. Any more debris around? Oh, straight into a battle we go. Rock is going to get bopped in one. I'm not even going to worry about going for a fake out because I'm that confident we just KO outright. Tentacle, I'm just confident that we KO outright. I do not fear this trainer at all. Skrelp might live. Well, Skrelp might live. We'll Proton Crash, we'll see. Does live with 1 HP. I'm going to KO you with Nuzzle just to be disrespectful, Skrelp, okay? Just to be disrespectful. I am curious how large this route is going to be. Caliper, you're going to get Proton Crashed. I want the XP. To level 33. That is respectable. There's a respectable amount of XP. We have ourselves a Love Disc. Get on out of here. Next pile. Different Pokemon, perhaps? Or goodies. Attempt to salvage the debris, but ambushed by a tentacle. Okay, well, I mean... Fine. I don't expect it to be a different Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I was a little bit curious. You know, maybe it would be something different. Recover what you can from the debris, which is nothing that gives me, like, a separate prompt, so nothing super important. I'm curious if one of these debris piles is going to have, something in it. This is Indy's Beach. Encounter list. Mantine? That's the grass. Interesting. Beautifly, Staravia, Cricketune. Sorry. Whoop. Sunflora, Venomoth. Not Chatot. I don't know. Munchlax, Double, Cramorant, Sizzlipede. What bird is that? Farfetch'd? Chatot? No. Why can't I remember this bird? I don't remember the bird. Mantine? No Mantine. This is still grass. Just is there a Mantine? No. Oh, surfing Mantine. Okay. All right. Well, there eventually. Which means if we find ourselves a Mantine, we can complete that quest. So I'm going to KO some Pokemon to try and get Wellesley one more level, because I'm curious about a Corviknight. And we'll also see if we can find ourselves a Mantine in the process while we get these last few levels. There it is. Okay. With Drizzle? Ooh. Okay, alright. I'm just gonna throw... Well... Oh, I'm gonna swap to Luminance, and we're gonna Grass Whistle. It can probably live a Pudge while asleep. I mean, obviously it can live a Pudge outright, but if I Grass Whistle, put it to sleep, and then Pudge, it probably lives. But we could weaken it a bit. I'm going to Pudge. Oh god. Oh, the damage is so bad. Oh, it does more than live. It eats it and doesn't care. Pokemon does not care about my physical moves, despite its physical defense being kind of trash. But Luminance, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry of what I've tried to make you. You weren't made to be a Purger. You weren't. We Super Ball though, and we should be fine. I have Netballs. I should probably be using those, huh? But a Super Ball works too, so it's fine. We get the Mantine for that guy's quest though. Do we want to give a nickname? No, because we're probably giving you away. I will check your summary though, just to see. Hardy Nature has Drizzle, obviously. Oh, strong physical defense because it's a different Mantine. Right, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. We want to hit this on the special side in that case. Probably the more useful defensive stat for it is a water type, I would say, because a lot of grass and electric moves are special, which is when you'd swap it out normally. But yeah, okay. Physical Mantine. You go to a box, and we start making our way back to the other guy that gave us the quest. We are very, very close to leveling up Wellesley. Is this level what we need? 35? We want Hone Claws. I do. I actually do want that move, but the problem is I'd be getting rid of something else that I like. But the combo of setting up a Hone Claws, getting a speed boost with Proton Crash, and then being able to Purge with an attack boost and a speed boost against a bunch of things affected by toxic spikes. That sounds really strong. Do I want Nuzzle? I do want Nuzzle, but I also really want Hone Claws. Do I want Fake Out? Yes, I do. It's consistent damage at the start of a fight that's really useful and could be good for, like, breaking sashes and stuff. I'm not learning Hone Claws. I'm not. I think we can get that as a TM anyway. Not the level we get Corviknight again. Okay, alright. Alright, fine. Corviknight isn't real. Understood. Alright, off to that side quest guy, though. Oh, well, this piece of debris is on the way, just south of where we picked up his side quest. So I'm going to grab this on the way through. It is a tentacle, obviously. About what I expected. You know, I wasn't thinking it was going to be anything else. But still, I mean, we may as well get this cleared out while we're on the way back to the other guy's quest. No reason not to. Hello there, my guy. Have you found a Mantine for me? I have. Oh, thank God I put it on the team. Okay, I did just in case. Mantine. Player warning, are you sure of your choice? This will permanently remove Mantine from your party. It's fine. It was a fine Pokemon. I'm not using it for anything, but yes. I'm sorry, Mantine. I may, in fact, be giving you to a random man that I have no information about, but I'm sure he's not going to immediately sell you into Pokemon trafficking. Oh, a Mantine! Thanks for bringing me that Mantine. Take this as a thank you. Waterstone, Heart Scale, 5 Super Balls, 3 Blue Shards, 5k. Not bad, not bad. Respectable. I would say that's worth the trade. We only used 1 Super Ball to catch it, so, you know, net profit, why not? We lose a Mantine with Drizzle, but I'm sure we could find one again somewhat easily. It was like the second encounter of the route. I do think that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. Next episode, we will go ahead and grab the other 3 pieces of debris, and we will make our way into the Indies Beach. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,